Being on board a luxury cruise liner is supposed to be a relaxing experience that is intended for anyone looking to unwind. Unfortunately, things don't always go as planned when you are at sea. Today we're going to be taking a look at cruise ship crashes that were caught on camera. Number 1. First up, take a look as the Carnival Legend collides with the Carnival Glory as both of the cruise ships attempt to dock near one another in Cozumel, Mexico. You can watch as the Carnival Glory cruise ship begins to turn in the water, swinging the rear of the ship unintentionally toward the front of the Carnival Legend, which was already docked. Onlookers began to gasp as they could see that the collision was imminent. Things got really serious as the Carnival Legend began to literally tear through multiple levels of the Carnival Glory. As the two separated shortly after the collision, you can see debris falling into the water below. It must have been a truly terrifying experience for anyone on board either of the ships, and it's a good thing that no one was reported as being harmed in the situation. Number 2. Onlookers were in shock as a 2,200 passenger cruise ship went crashing into one of the most popular cruise ports in the entire world. The port is located in Barcelona, Spain, and it acts as a major cruise hub for every country in Europe. You can imagine the surprise as a cruise ship known as Excellent came crashing into the port, which then caused a crane to come crashing down, resulting in a small explosion. The entire incident was captured on video from all angles. You can watch as Excellent goes head first into the dock, with the front end of the ship tapping against a large crane. The crane can then be seen toppling down, which is followed by an explosion that could be seen from all across the port. Reports say that the cruise ship was in the process of arriving in Barcelona following a voyage from Genoa, Italy. Control of the ship was allegedly lost as the ship experienced bad weather. Number 3. It was at a dock in Honduras where the MSC Armonia was filmed as it crashed into the dock. The person filming the incident along with those on board the ship were all unharmed, but the video shows the exact moment that the Armonia begins to tear the pier to pieces as it brushed along the side of the ship. You can see as everyone in the area attempts to get a better view of the incident, and as the ship continues to move, the pier gets more and more torn to pieces. Damage can be seen along the sides of the Armonia, and it appears to be just above the waterline. The ship soon came to a stop, and damage was then assessed. Number 4. In this next clip, you can watch as a large cruise ship makes a narrow pass by an equally large container ship. There was hardly any space between the two ships, and as the cruise ship continued to pass, they only grew closer to one another until finally they made contact. Thankfully, it looks like the lifeboats or rescue vehicles took the majority of the damage, as you can see the large red rafts falling into the ocean below after the two ships began to hit one another. After pulling apart from each other and assessing the damage, it's likely that other than the lifeboats being damaged, the ships were fine, though it's clear that it could have been much worse. Number 5. Tourists in Venice were in for a massive surprise as a cruise ship was filmed coming barreling toward the dock. You can watch as people on the dock flee from the approaching ship as it appeared unable to slow and come to a stop before the inevitable collision. Along with the dock, the cruise ship crashed into a tourist boat that was anchored and docked in front of it. You can see the incident occur from all different angles as onlookers from every direction, including on board the cruise ship, began filming the accident. The cruise ship seemed to literally wedge itself between the tourist boat and the dock before finally coming to a halt. Number 6. As the Carnival Triumph cruise ship was sitting in Mobile, Alabama as it waited for repairs, people on shore were shocked as they watched the cruise ship come into contact with another ship that had also been docked there. Video was captured that shows Carnival Triumph slowly but surely coming into contact with what has been identified as a vessel belonging to the U.S. Army. Following the collision of the two ships, they separated from one another and the damage was assessed. The Carnival Triumph ended up sustaining a breach through the hull in the form of a gash that was about 20 feet long. There were also reports of a damaged railing along with damage to the stern above the ship's waterline. Number 7. In this next video, which was taken by an onlooker, captured the moment when the Norwegian Epic cruise ship came into contact with a small dock as the captain was pulling into the port. As the Epic begins to graze the small platform, you can see the structure of the dock begin to shift. In no time, the foundation of the dock must have given out because it quickly plummeted into the water. Within the seconds that followed, the Epic continued moving forward and crashed into another section of the port, causing another small platform to crash down into the water. Luckily, the Epic did eventually come to a stop, but you can see in the video all of the guests as they stand on their balconies watching the incident unfold. Number 8. On May 18, 2017, the Kaidan crashed into a pier located at the Santo Domingo port in the Dominican Republic, causing major damage to the ship and the port. The crash also caused many containers on the pier to be displaced and caused significant damage to the infrastructure of the surrounding area. The damage can be seen from multiple angles as onlookers as well as many news outlets covered the story. Thankfully, according to the reports, any damage done to the Kaidan was not below the waterline, and the ship was able to return to operation after some brief repairs. Number 9. You can tell that the people on board both of these cruise ships are not happy in this next clip. Watch as the two ships collide at Port Canaveral. As the one cruise ship seemed to lose control, it slowly came crashing into the side of the other. The impact was a direct hit and shook up everyone who was on board. Thankfully, no one had gotten hurt. The damage done to the two cruise ships is unclear, but both of them needed to return to port for repairs following the collision. Number 10. In this next clip, you can watch as things go terribly wrong as the cruise ship known as Infinity attempted to dock in Ketchikan, Alaska. As the ship was in the process of lining up properly to dock itself at the pier, things went awry and the ship crashed into the dock, which resulted in a gash along the bow of the ship that was about 12 feet long and close to the waterline of the Infinity. The dock itself was also heavily damaged. You can watch as pieces of the dock begin falling to the water below as the ship came slamming into the side of it. Damage to the dock was estimated to be between $2 and $3 million. Thankfully, no one on board the Infinity or on the dock was hurt during the incident. Number 11. Last but not least, we have a clip that shows the exact moment when the Carnival Legend cruise ship came into contact with another cruise ship as it was leaving Cozumel, Mexico. Carnival Legend was on its way out of the berth when it was pushed by heavy winds and came crashing into the Enchantment of the Seas, another cruise liner. The video shows the two ships drifting closer and closer to one another before they finally collide. The Carnival Legend sustained most of the damage on her open deck area, though some windows ended up being smashed, sending broken glass into the cruise ship. As for the Enchantment of the Seas, they suffered some damage on the stern of the ship, along with some of the handrails. What was your favorite clip in today's video? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
Giant cruise ships are marvels of modern engineering, towering over the sea with their impressive size and luxurious amenities. These floating cities offer passengers the opportunity to explore exotic destinations while enjoying all the comforts of home. From gourmet dining to world-class entertainment, these massive vessels cater to every whim and desire. Cruise ships are large vessels designed to carry passengers in comfort and luxury across the seas and oceans. These floating cities of leisure and luxury have long been celebrated for their ability to offer a unique travel experience. Each one is packed with a huge variety of dining, entertainment, activities, and relaxation options for all ages. But what happens when these giants of the sea encounter rough waters? The sheer size and weight of these ships make them incredibly resilient in the face of storms and high waves. Despite their seemingly unwieldy nature, these behemoths are designed to withstand even the most challenging weather conditions. Giants of the seas, the ships that transformed modern cruising. These ships are wide in size and made with heavy materials, allowing them to handle even the most harrowing of waves. Modern aircraft are designed to withstand some of the harshest weather conditions during flights. As they navigate through choppy seas and powerful winds, giant cruise ships rely on advanced stabilization systems to keep passengers safe and comfortable. These systems work tirelessly to minimize the effects of rough seas, ensuring a smooth ride for everyone on board. Cruise ships are built to include stabilizers, which minimize the rolling, side-to-side leaning passengers feel in choppy seas. They are also zero-speed, meaning they minimize drag by maximizing lift, greatly reducing any rolling caused by rough seas. In this article, we will delve into the world of giant cruise ships and explore how they navigate strong waves during a storm. Join us as we uncover the fascinating technology and engineering that goes into making these incredible vessels safe and seaworthy in even the most challenging conditions. The impact of strong waves on cruise ships can be a harrowing experience for both passengers and crew members. When faced with turbulent seas, these massive vessels must navigate through powerful waves that can reach heights of several meters. The force of the waves crashing against the hull of the ship can cause it to sway violently from side to side, creating a sense of unease among those on board. Video footage from passengers shows large waves and high winds crashing into the cruise ship. The sudden force and height of these waves can overwhelm even large vessels, making navigation perilous. The wave strikes the ship at night and cripples the vessel, causing the boat to tip for a short period onto its side. The structural integrity of the ship is put to the test as it battles against the relentless power of the ocean. The weight and size of these giant cruise ships provide some stability, but even they are not immune to the forces of nature. In extreme cases, large waves can cause damage to the exterior of the ship, leading to potential leaks or other safety concerns. Despite all the structural and technical perfection, ships often fail under testing conditions. That said, cruise ships are built to withstand rough seas and large waves, and they have a balance between buoyancy and weight. The impact of a rogue wave can destabilize a ship, leading to accidents, loss of cargo, and, in extreme cases, sinking. Passengers may find themselves feeling seasick or anxious as they witness their floating home being tossed around by Mother Nature. Crew members work tirelessly to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone on board. But there is always an element of uncertainty when facing such powerful forces at sea. For passengers and spectators on the ground, strong winds which cause aircraft to sway back and forth can seem alarming and feel precarious for those on board. These comprehensive precautions are essential for maintaining the safety and security of passengers and crew members, ensuring a safe voyage through potentially dangerous waters. Overall, the impact of strong waves on cruise ships serves as a reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's raw power. When giant cruise ships encounter stormy weather, safety measures must be in place to ensure the well-being of passengers and crew members. One important measure is to closely monitor weather forecasts and adjust the ship's route accordingly to avoid the worst of the storm. Additionally, crew members should secure all loose items on deck and close all windows and doors to prevent water from entering the ship. Cruise lines have extensive safety protocols in place to ensure the safety of passengers and crew during storms. If a hurricane is approaching, the captain and crew will closely monitor the storm's path and adjust the ship's route as necessary. Close all hatches, doors, watertight compartments, and windows to reduce the amount of water taken on board. During rough seas, passengers should be advised to stay in their cabins or designated safe areas where they can ride out the storm safely. Crew members should also be trained in emergency procedures and know how to respond quickly and effectively in case of an emergency. Earlier that day, passengers had been told to stay in their cabins by the captain as he attempted to ride out the storm. Crew member training. Crew members receive robust training in safety, security, and first aid to prevent and respond to potential emergency situations. Furthermore, cruise ships are equipped with advanced stabilizing technology that helps minimize the impact of rough seas on the ship's movement. This technology includes stabilizers that help reduce side-to-side rolling motion and keep the ship steady in turbulent waters. A modern cruise ship is equipped with stabilizing technology for when it encounters rough seas. Passenger vessels are equipped with stabilizers that extend off the ship's sides to reduce the amount of rolling. Overall, safety measures for cruise ships in stormy weather are crucial for ensuring a smooth sailing experience for passengers and crew members alike. By following these measures, cruise ships can navigate strong waves with confidence and ensure everyone on board remains safe during inclement weather conditions. When faced with stormy weather and strong waves, giant cruise ships must rely on a combination of advanced technology and skilled navigation to safely navigate through the rough seas. These massive vessels are equipped with state-of-the-art stabilizers that help to reduce the impact of waves and keep the ship steady in turbulent waters. Yes, cruise ships may encounter rough seas while avoiding hurricanes. However, modern cruise ships are fully capable of handling rough seas and have highly efficient stabilizers to prevent ships from rolling. While today's purpose-built expedition ships may have oversized stabilizers to help steady them in winds and waves and strengthened hulls to protect their cargo and machinery, they are not entirely foolproof. In addition to stabilizers, modern cruise ships also utilize sophisticated weather forecasting systems that allow them to anticipate and avoid severe storms whenever possible. By carefully monitoring weather patterns and adjusting their course accordingly, cruise ship captains can steer clear of dangerous conditions and keep passengers safe. Cruise ships are equipped with sophisticated weather monitoring systems that provide real-time data about approaching storms. Cruise companies follow the weather very carefully, changing itineraries, canceling sailings, and working hard to keep passengers and crew out of harm's way. Furthermore, cruise ships are designed with reinforced hulls that are able to withstand the powerful forces of nature. This ensures that even in the most challenging conditions, the ship remains structurally sound and able to continue its journey without compromising the safety of those on board. When it comes to rough seas on a cruise ship, these massive vessels are well equipped to handle anything nature can throw at them. Testing during the construction phase ensures that the ship can remain buoyant and not capsize in the event of poor weather. Overall, navigating through rough seas is a complex task that requires a combination of technology, experience, and skill. By employing these various strategies, cruise ships are able to confidently sail through stormy weather while ensuring the comfort and safety of their passengers.